Wednesday I've got, always usually make it on, yeah, I can do. I don't know what. This week is it?
Yeah, so it's like.
Sorry, we're gonna have to start. I think it's recording, but I can't get an agenda on the screen.
Okay. Right. Good evening, everyone. We don't have an agenda on the screen, unfortunately. We think it's recording. Or is it definitely recording?
That's showing us recording, so.
Right. Okay. So to go through the formalities first, we're not expecting a fire drill, so if the fire goes off, can we please leave the exit calmly, quickly using the stairway? Does anybody need assistance getting out? Nope. Good. Please turn your mobile phones off or put them on silent. That includes me. I've turned it off this time. Hopefully it'll stop. Right. And it says, please leave this notice on the desk for the next meeting. Okay. Right. Declarations of interest to start with. Other than the traders, who obviously anything involving them is of interest, I think.
We just do apologies. We've got apologies from
All right.
Alex.
Oh yeah. All right. Sorry, I was doing that. Beg your pardon. I start there where it says Derek. Right. Sorry. Apologies.
I've just got apologies from Alex at the moment. Do I leave, Spy? I did see him this afternoon, but no apologies.
Apologies for that. I read the top bit. Yeah, I must remember that next time. I think I did it last time as well. So, declaration. Anybody else got any declarations of interest? Obviously, don't need to adjourn it because we have no public. To receive, consider late or urgent matters at the chairman's discretion, not included elsewhere on the agenda. The only thing I just thought of was the meeting we went to about the green space. I suppose what it's called, isn't it?
Yeah.
I know most probably the councillors have all seen it and heard about it. Ian and I voiced our concerns regarding the market. I think Ian perhaps thought I laid it out to start with what I thought. What was your words?
You're forceful. Forceful, I think was the word I used, or something equally polite, but quite correctly.
Yeah, I mean, it's, I think both of you know about it, don't you know? It just seems such a stupid idea to, you know, what they're planning, you know, the idea of having the peddler, having that as an area where people can sit and talk and have coffee and that right in between two main roads with lorries and everything going past, just seems stupid. The only thing that's good about it is the bit about Costa, and we did make suggestions about that and agreed with that, didn't we?
Yeah.
So
I think when we went, there were 4 options and we were asked to prioritise
we did it
along the various different metrics. So,
Yeah.
so what you did as well.
yeah, I think we all, yes, okay, Paul.
The board at the board meeting have taken a lot of the ideas and the comments back, and the designer is looking at it completely and going back to see what he can make of it all, and they're going to come back with a revised whatever. But I did get them to push for the cost a bit, getting that close. I said that the town council's been quoted 20 odd grand to get that closed off. And we had an officer there from the highways, and he said he would take it back and see what he said. He thought that was a lot to get the cost for that. And he said he would take it back and look into it for us. So hopefully there might be something come back on that, so.
Yeah,
if-
we've got that bit later on anyway, haven't we?
Yeah.
Right.
Any idea about timescale on this? 'Cause
There's no timescale on it at all yet. They haven't even got the funding for it yet, so I wouldn't.
Well, they did.
hold
Well,
your
We
breath.
did, they did ask Ian if they could have some photos of the market.
Mm.
We haven't done it yet because we're waiting for a full market. But we're also going to try and get some drone shots of the market when it's full. Send them the market so they can see. Right. To receive agreed minutes of the Markets Committee on the 19th of January. Has anybody seen them? Good. Do you all agree with them? Wait, next to us. There?
Yeah.
One doorstop. To report on outstanding actions not included on the agenda. Is there anything?
I emailed around 32 coach companies.
Oh, yes,
So
Brilliant.
and the market signs. It's the market sign. The
um,
entrances to the town.
Nicola's got some funding for those. So we're just getting the templates and quotes sorted from highways.
Good. Anything else anyone else can think of from the agenda? From the minutes rather. All right, move on to Deputy Clerk update on outstanding ongoing items.
Try and find them here.
You're just showing off tonight, having two laptops, aren't
I feel like a DJ.
you?
Oh, there we go. Did you want me to read it out, or
Just
that
the
has been
bullet
circulated?
points probably
I
best.
should have read it already, Steph.
So we're waiting for NCC about the electrical points, are we?
Yeah, I contacted Queen Construction, who put the original ones in on the marketplace, and they're now winding up. So,
Oh dear.
and then we need a section 50 license or something. So I'm in with Luke Denny from Norfolk County Council.
We'll get there, won't we?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, we've approved it and that's the main thing.
Yeah.
So get done.
Just on those electric points, one of the traders who's a electrical mechanical engineer of some quite repute has agreed to look at anything, any quote we get to see that we're not buying the Rolls Royce, we're buying what we want, not additional things. So, and he's qualified to do that. So, Jonathan,
More qualified than people who are going to do the job, I think.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
But
Can you do the job?
No,
no, but he's certainly happy to look at the quotes to see
Yeah.
that the right thing's been installed and safely done. So,
That we're gonna have, 8 shearings to, shear. Eight.
Yes, please, that'd be like one every half an hour.
It's just nice that we're gonna have more sheep. We'll just put that,
Oh,
no, was there 4 last year? Yeah, there weren't many last year.
We weren't sure.
but we had puppies
There were.
last year as well.
It's popular, wasn't it?
Yeah, yeah, really popular.
And the town warden thing, I noticed because the Sam doing it this week, the bins look brilliant. All the
Yeah.
things have all gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's made a big difference already.
Yeah, you don't
See
get
it
that.
go down. Yeah.
New, isn't it? What do they call it?
Nunu, it's a glutton.
glutton, the glutton.
But, you know, the bins especially, you know, not what they were working down all the pots, the planters and everything, and it just made the lift.
It's always got to be a little bit of something in it.
Yeah, and it changes, yeah.
Mhm.
It's good. No,
And master composters aren't coming.
They're not able to come for Global Recycling Day, so I might try and think of another day to get them. Perhaps there's an allotment week in August, so perhaps we could get them then.
There's no no other groups that do it.
Not that I'm aware of.
Just on the allotment week, is it worthwhile seeing if the allotments would have a pitch somewhere around the Buttercross with the composters and everything else? Sell the virtues of a council-led allotment.
Yeah.
Is there vacancies on the allotment?
No, not at the
No.
moment.
It's always a waiting list to go.
Yeah.
But you don't, people may not know who moved recently and so forth.
Just would have been a good chance of advertising if it had been.
Yeah.
Right, anyone got any other comments on the report? No? Do we have a market superintendent's report?
Yeah, so there we are, those who've read it, those who haven't, it's there. There's been as far as the committee is concerned, the refill wagon would like to be considered for a permanent licence. I have no issues with it as market superintendent. And I don't know whether in the future, we need to look at me having to come to council to ask for a permanent licence. The rules say I do.
Oh, really?
And it's just something that, you know, I deal with day to day in a sense. So I wouldn't be recommending it. So I've done it before. Equally, there's going to be a change round on the market. As it says, the shoe seller has left to go back to Wisbeach. His wares weren't found to be popular at Swaffham, shall we say? And at that stage when I wrote this report, I hadn't got the full say, but Stuart, who runs the little blue food vehicle in the middle of the market, is retiring at the end of this month, which is fortuitous, really. And I'll come back to that in a minute. Funky Donuts, it mentions there, have now since contacted me to say they're not coming because they've got a permanent shop at Great Yarmouth they're going to use. Bit of a shame. I was looking forward to it. They seem really positive. I thought it was going to be an ideal little venture there around the Buttercross, suited them down to the ground. So I'll be chasing up others now to see what we can do. Does it mention any further down? Just for the committee, the fish, Roots Fish, which is opposite Costa, has come forward to say he'd like to put the town who wants to bring a
Not Costa.
no, not Costa, Greg's, the opposition, sorry, Greg's. Yeah. It's come to me that he wants to use a different trailer, which is longer, with Little Blue leaving us on that row, will enable us to turn the fish vehicle round so it actually is in line with the market, which I hope will be better for the market. It'll also bring that row into people going to the fish. At present, they go to the fish stall and go again. They don't come into the market because it's parked. You know, they almost park outside and
They see nothing behind it.
Yeah, so he's now going to be effectively opposite Fountain Fresh. Everyone has agreed on that row that two of the trades will move down a little bit to accommodate hopefully his van. He should be bringing that on hopefully the 28th so that we can actually make sure it does actually work, what we're planning. And hopefully that will leave another 3-metre pitch or 10-foot gazebo pitch towards the middle, which will allow us to give Earth Panda a permanent licence. They've been casual for an awful long time, really, but hasn't been a pitch that they felt suitable. They'd be happy to take that one. They are aware if another one comes up, they would be on a waiting list to attract up. So once they move there, they're not moving again. They're very positive about that, which was good. And finally, as was said at the last meeting, I provided the town trail to market traders to have a look. Hayden kindly, his father-in-law kindly, has been convincing people to take a copy of the trail, explaining to him. He, I think, was the first person to complete the trail. And Peggy's Jams inside the indoor market's also got several copies of them. And they've been very popular from those two sources. So it's really good, and people are doing the trail and reporting back. It's been very worthwhile. So we were ahead of the museum in giving those out. And I think, to be honest, that's about it from me. I've got a map on PowerPoint if you want to see it. Can you get? Are you on the network on that?
I am on this one, yeah.
So just show you where all these pictures are, and what I was referring to, and what we've got vacant.
Where are you?
Yeah,
Market.
on my-
Yeah, if you remember now, down the fishing school is end on, is side on, isn't it? Now it's gonna go
yeah,
Down.
the inline, so
Is it gonna be facing
people staying,
down fresh?
so market
yeah,
plan.
so now people looking at the fish will see the
It'll-
other way.
It'll draw people into them. Sorry.
That thing, have you got another food, do you want another food vendor to go on there?
I've got
Have you got another one?
I don't want another one in the market without being, I've got no space inside the market. The only vacancy I have is almost opposite the Green Parrot, where we had Wicked there. The only problem, there's no power, and it's a very limited width. There is a company have approached me, or a trader has approached me if he wants power. Hence, I've been sort of pushing for power to get rid of the generators there. So there's a possibility for space, providing it.
For a food vendor?
Yeah. Okay, sorry, first page. So this is the changes, if you like, but you can all see where everyone is in situ. This is what I provided for the designers of the pedestrianisation of, and they have sizes, and I've taken the sizes off and things like that. I don't think that's relevant for this meeting. But you can see that Dan's fresh fish is effectively turning through 90 degrees to face the fruit and veg, which hopefully will increase the footfall down that, because other people attending him will see other stalls there, rather than at present he just faces Greg's, as I said. And then Earth Panda hopefully will fit in that gap I've put allocated there as well. It looked, measurement wise, I was at my tape measure, and it looks so it should fit in all as well.
Was there an issue with him facing south?
That was the original reason for it going that way around. But he doesn't seem to be a problem now.
It's never been brought to my attention by Dan, who wants this. He needs the bigger space, and I can't provide that bigger space anywhere else. Sorry, Chair.
If you remember, he swap after COVID done unhandedly, and I brought it up at the meeting. I was told it was unfair for me to discuss it without Dan being here. And that's why we're market reps, so individuals don't need to be here. And it was pushed under by the previous person in your position. And the best litter picker we've ever had, who's no longer here anymore, Ruth. And I am right in saying that we're not allowed to serve from the path, i.e. the public highway, and Daniel turning that way. And I remember Ruth very clearly saying, well, if we don't let him have that pitch, he'll leave. Well, we're not here to be bent over by traders. We're here
Well,
for
he's
the market
happy,
to be
isn't it?
run correctly
He's
and
happy,
everything
so-
in line and uniformed for every trader, not just one individual. So if you look where Fresh Fish Dan is now, and Fruit and Veg Richard, which is Fountain, the fish stall has always been directly opposite that in Fruit and Veg Richard, but it's back to the TARDIS, the electric box, because the sun is always behind it. But it was Ruth and the previous deputy town clerk to allow that swap to go on, which then forced Daniel to turn to the pavement, which then for the last 6 years has mucked that aisle completely up and made it dead. Everyone needs to be in uniform, and now this is in place. I think there now needs to be another rubber stamp added that nobody is allowed to open and serve directly onto the pavement. Because now Daniel has agreed to turn into the sun, which I think he's going to have a headache come the summer, and he'll wish that he never swapped with Fountain, because he shouldn't have swapped with Fountain with Richard's Fruit and Veg. Then it needs to be rubber stamped now, so it cannot go back. because it mucks up the running of the market.
Well, it's worked to our advantage, hasn't it?
Yeah, and I'm not here for me. I'm here because I want the market to be here in another 800 years time. It won't be, but I'd like to think it is when
Well,
I'm here.
when Daniel mentioned it to me and to Ian, initially he wanted me to change things around. He wanted me to park my van the other way around so his trailer could go, but then his trailer ball hitch would actually be at my pitch. Which was not, anyway. But the other traders, when we talked to them about it, they all came up with the same idea. Well, if he's that way round, people will see us for a change, which is exactly, what we want.
Free, Neil is completely in the dark. Pet supplies, it's a dead alley.
Yeah.
It's a dead line.
And it is anyway where he was, because people can't get past on the pavement anyway,
Yeah,
can they? They're going into
that's
the
right,
this is
yeah.
the nightmare now.
That's all-
And that's the problem.
So now it's better now,
Yeah, that's why we need that rubber stamp now.
so it can't be moved again.
Judgments that nobody can face. So the Dover van can't do it,
Yeah. Okay.
Brown Break, nobody can do it.
Can I suggest then we make a proposal that we record it, that in future the stalls must be
Disturbing.
no serving on the footpath, and
We'll need to put that as an agenda item to formally agree it.
can we do that for next one then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That definitely needs to be added now
Yeah.
for future meetings. If we end up with some more people with harebrained ideas who aren't
Yes.
looking at the long term.
If I remember rightly, when that actually came up to vote whether he could do it or not, we weren't allowed to vote because it was a conflict of interest.
Yeah, it's a load of topic.
Yeah, but anyway, it's fine. That's over with now. We're on the right side now.
So I don't know whether you quickly want to see the others, for those that aren't able to frequent the market at all or whatever. There's the War Memorial, there's the road, that's the issue on the left. We've had a few change rounds, obviously. I think you're aware that Brian Dixon's retired, although he was here this week. So the Swagman's taken that space. And there's one in the corner there, which is still available. Which one?
Is Brian able to be accommodated when he does come frequently?
Brian's planning to come when Cecil isn't here. But equally this week, Brian was here for the opening and finished on time. Normally Brian would finish whenever it suited him and disappear. This time he was told, as he'd gone and come back again as a casual, the casual rules were such that he couldn't arrive before 6 o'clock because there's some bollards I need to unlock and I start at 6. So I walk from home, do those, then go to my store, and he couldn't finish before 2 o'clock, putting away and disappearing at 2:30, which he did. So in all credit to him, he's aware that pictures are available at the bottom. I don't think he'll want it, but his circumstances changed very quickly. And there you'll see that's the refill van that's taking that area that Porter's fruit and veg used to be in. Finally, someone wants it permanently because they trade from a van. It's an ideal spot for them. If the wind picks up, they just close the back door. So they're over the moon to be back. And the comment was, it's a lot cheaper than Attleborough, I think, or Wyndham, one of the two. It was cheap. We're a lot cheaper than they are. So, but they're very keen. They were keen to get here, and they were having quite a success. So,
Good, yeah, good.
and the final slide, and that's just showing where we are. In my blog schematic, Steph, that's ES 6 and 7 by the auction you were referring to. There's two sort of car parking spaces, so that there isn't a great deal of depth there. And then there's a space between the fish and the cheese where we used to have the shoe. There's 3 pitches really there, so I'm working on those ones. Unfortunately, they are on a slope, so not everyone's suited to it. But that's certainly as and when if we've got charities coming in, it's one of the spaces if I haven't got somewhere else. So yeah. Okay.
So we've got 2 there and 2 on the memorial.
One on the memorial.
One.
Differing sizes.
3 there, is there?
Yeah, there's 3, but I'm using the numbers that have historically been used, and the last one took all 3. So yeah, no, you're right.
Any other questions for Ian?
Looks good.
The auction was busy, wasn't it, on Saturday?
Yeah, I'm of course not here, unfortunately, with auction. Week before last was 407 lots, which is not up to the top, but and this week was similar. And I think it is drawing people that way. We need to get them drawn into the market a bit more, but
Yeah.
hopefully things like the fish and things.
And Paul's working well, is he? It's working.
Yes, Paul's still being supported by
Yeah.
Fabian. I think that will eventually ease off and Paul will do more. But yeah, he seems to be enjoying himself. And as I say, the good thing is people are bringing stuff to him again. It's touch and go to start with.
And it has been funny weather, not ideal weather for the auction at
A
all.
lot of rain and stuff.
Yeah, yeah, it's been.
Well, we've been out the last 2 weekends, he said, good, so
Yeah.
fingers crossed.
All right, if we move on then to item 86, to receive, consider reports from market trader representatives. You want to start, Lee?
Yeah,
Anything?
the only thing I thought is taken up too early. Saw Ian had a word. I actually went out of the way this week and took a picture of the brown bread closed at 10 to 2. Pop-up's not down. I don't know whether they think they're being clever or we haven't touched the stall. But I've sent it to the owner, as I've just shown to Hayden, and he's not very happy and he's dealing with that now. So we've tried to be nice without sending letters out. It doesn't work. And I think that owners need to be told, if you start packing up early, nothing to be touched, no stall bars, no internal tables, nothing to be touched until 2 o'clock. Because this seems to be a problem along that side. And when you're driving up from London and go up from that area, follows the market on will stop. There's no point. They're packing up.
First they see.
The other side of the buttercross.
Yeah.
And it destroys it for everyone else. So, and I've brought this up in meetings for years, and the person before Ian, well, they sell out. No, they don't sell out. They don't bring it here. It's silly, really. So you're here to sell. You're here to work. But is there anything I've got to say? So
It might,
you know,
with Daniel turning around, it might encourage more people to go down there later.
I hope so.
Maybe.
Have you spoken to him?
I have spoken to him. So unfortunately, the people I'd spoken to, which was John Lalana, who are the normal, regular people for Brown, they had already had I think, discussion from the son of,
I told the son,
and I'd had a discussion with him, and actually we were on track there. At the last 3 weeks, we've had a younger couple who are their deputies because they're away in at home, so in their property at home. So they're not back to the week after next. So it should hopefully, that's why I asked Leanne not to send the letter, because it wasn't necessary. I think we'd through Lee's endeavours with the son of the owner, we sort of dealt with that in-house, and finally got some movement, unfortunately. And I don't know why they do it, because they're being paid, so I don't really understand.
whoever was here back then, if you remember, it was me who got brown bread here.
Yeah.
You know, and it's because we do have the clientele in Swaffham who want
Absolutely.
bread, who want nice things. So to
They're all busy.
see them mucking about with the times kind of doesn't make me look bad, but kind of it falls back on me a bit, and I want them to be here, so they need to be here to pull everyone in for everyone. They're not coming just to see Lee Martin or David or Hayden. They're coming for the whole theatre of the market. So we all need to be together.
Yeah.
All of us. So to see them pack up early is a bit of a kick in the teeth, really.
But it does, I mean, we've said it before, it does, once you see one stall packing away, it's market's closing.
There's certain criteria, haven't they? So they need to abide by
Yeah.
it.
We have similar problems at Ely, but the difference is the council's opinion there is the council own it, but they allow a company to run it, and the company's employed by the council. So you can't actually speak to anyone because they all think they're far too important to speak to a trader who actually has an idea. So, half of the market's missing, and they're paying their rent. Well, no, it's not about paying the rent. It's about the whole market. They need me in the summer when I'm selling 1,000 punnets of strawberries on a Thursday. Well, I need them here now because it's something else to come into the town for. So you need everyone. That's why we have charters for 2 of each, and so we have the right mix. But we need everyone here, and they need to stick to the rules, or they need to be told. If not, they'll be replaced. End of.
Yeah. Right, yeah, the weather's not been the best the last sort of few weeks. Saturday was definitely better. And I think personally, I think it was a classic Saturday where in the summer when it's really nice, first thing people clear off to the beach or clear off long journey or whatever. Whereas on Saturday, early on, it wasn't particularly nice. It was all right, but it was cold and it weren't sunny and that. Then later on it got out and then people seemed to then come out.
Perfect day for swap.
Which
Till 10
was,
o'clock.
yep.
So they've made a decision not to go anywhere. Then it brightens up. All
Oh, well.
coming out.
yeah, we
Yeah.
can't go far, we're
So
going uptown.
perfect.
Yeah, and it did certainly, I mean, we did a lot better on Saturday than we had previous weeks. So, anyone got anything else on the market? No. Auction, obviously, we've mentioned the auction, it seems to be okay. Friday market?
Yeah, we're getting a bit hammered by the weather, aren't we? I think we had one dry day this year, the whole year on a Friday. It has been probably one of the worst starts we've ever had, but we had a good turnout first and then drifted off again, and then now we'll come back. So I've got a full market now, so
Yeah.
Friday and Saturday, so we're crammed full. We just need the punters to come in. There's 3 more people out this week, aren't there? Even though the weather was pretty
it
bad.
was, yeah.
But so hopefully we'll.
So coming for their plants, won't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're coming for everything, which see if the weather's rain, that they don't ever come out at all.
No.
There's a good range of stalls in there.
Yeah, we've got nice things there. All like family, they come out, and if they don't do nothing, as long as they had a nice day out.
Yeah, and there is sort of 3 or 4 in there that it is a jolly for them. It's not
They just try to get the
certainly not
table money back.
a yeah.
Bless them.
Yeah, they're quite happy. So I made
Yeah.
me table money today.
Yeah, it's all good with the mix.
Yeah.
Mm.
So okay, obviously there's no poultry auction. Item 87, provide update on TRO for Gloucester. Nothing.
There's nothing at the moment.
No.
No, there seems to be a lot of people trying to get away in there, but
Nothing.
nothing as yet.
Right.
Can I add something on that? When that Costa Road eventually does get closed, that would be so nice to make that whole road food road on Saturday.
Mm.
So if your pancakes, your donuts, your ice creams, everything down that one road when it's pedestrianised.
Mm.
And then maybe the council can look to ask for funding for like deck chairs or something like that where people can actually hang around and stay
Yeah.
on nice days, obviously.
Well, this green
And then-
space.
and the other end,
Yeah.
where everyone else is to have that more bric-a-bracy or antique roadshowy kind of thing. So we end up with another segment of the market,
Mm.
along with the poultry, the auction, the indoor traditional market, and the bric-a-brac bygones kind of end of the market. It should be nice, but food all through the middle to encourage people to stay. Through the alley from the toilet, then, haven't they?
Well, on the green space, they were talking of putting lights down there, weren't they? And some seating and that as well, I think.
The time scale of this though, because I mean, Breckland have only got what, a couple of years left. Really?
Yeah.
I mean, they seem to be quite
28.
keen to get it done.
Yeah.
So it won't be long.
No.
The problem is with all the seating there, you need to watch that as well, because I've been helping 2 councillors at Watton Market and want to change things there.
Yeah.
The market couldn't go back in the high street.
Yeah.
Because they've filled it full of stupid
Yeah.
pots.
Yeah.
And
Oh, no, that's right.
areas. And so when that does happen, make sure that works with us without having a telecall here on Saturday.
We did
Because
point that out.
yeah, you'll end up having something you can't work with.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. It's a bit like olive trees, just pots dumped in
Yeah.
locations around Swaffham, you know.
Well, I think when they're gonna have hopscotch on the marketplace or something. What they're talking, yeah.
Did that pond in the pit. Oh,
Right. 88, to receive report of market incident.
We received an incident report. There was a altercation on a Saturday market and the police were called, so we just need to formally minute that we've got the report on file, should we need it.
Okay.
Is that really mine?
No, I was just asking that one. It wasn't actually me personally, but it was me who called the police. It wasn't me who caused the problem. Yeah.
The member of the public.
Excellent.
Yeah, a member of the public decided to gob off inappropriately with witnesses.
Swaffham.
I wouldn't blame Swaffham for this.
Older person of society, really.
Yeah,
Really?
Yeah.
I blame the older generation.
right. 89 is received correspondence. Do we have any?
We do, no.
We don't have any. Right. Then the last item on here is to agree the next meeting. Unless anybody has anything else before we get to the end of it. The next meeting is Monday, the 18th of May at 6:30. Right, thank you all very much.
So 18th of May, did we say?
Meeting.
Which, he's working which computer?